Is Elon Musk an official ADA holder? As a part of today's video, I've got some pretty good evidence that he could definitely be talking with Charles and potentially joining the ecosystem. In addition, we've got Hydra processing over 3 million transactions in a 24-hour rolling period. We've got some additional updates surrounding the ecosystem. Without any further ado, let's jump on in. What's up, ADA Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. As a part of today's video, we're breaking down all of the biggest news going on in Cardano. First things first, we'll get an update on the Chang Hardfork. We've officially met the threshold for SPOs, and I want to break down some questions that I had from my last video. In addition, we have 6 centralized exchanges finishing up the upgrade process as we get near to actually having this upgrade launch live on the mainnet. Second, we've got updates around Hydra, so piloting him, founder of SundaySwap, teasing how much TPS, which is over 1 million, right, that he's been able to process on Hydra or using Hydra in a 24-hour rolling period. Now, third, we've got some updates surrounding Eternal and Lace, which have both upgraded and gotten ready for the Chang Hardfork, followed by some teases by the Endmaker team, Patrick Tobler, IMX. We've got Tim, and then we've also got Mateo from Fluid Tokens with the release of Finest Tokenized, bringing RWAs into Cardano. Looks like there's going to be a massive announcement taking place at the upcoming Rare Evo event, which kicks off in no more than 48 hours. Now, after that, we've got updates surrounding World Mobile with their second batch of Airnodes, drop number 1, officially selling out very, very quickly. I want to highlight exactly what went out, what was sold, and how quickly it was all picked up. Now, after that, we've got updates surrounding Tokyo Pay releasing a brand new feature. We've got some interesting news surrounding the Crypto Cup. And then I've saved the best for last year with Elon Musk potentially meeting up with Charles Hoskinson. Is Elon a ADA holder? It appears that he could potentially be, and that this might be the season for Cardano to shine. So without any further ado, if it's your first time stopping by, my goal is to help you find your way around the crazy Cardano ecosystem. I aim to provide you with the latest news, tutorials, and interviews for the biggest builders here in the ecosystem. If you appreciate content like this, make sure to smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions, leave those down below. If you're not aware, I am a single stake pool operator. So if you want to show your support, you can definitely consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. Right now, you'll be earning your traditional ADA rewards, in addition to 3 other tokens at no additional cost to you, given the fact that the stake pool is a partner pool for the Matera ISPO, the Tokyo ISPO, and the Sarah ISPO. Jumping into the first bit of news here surrounding the Chang Hardfork, we have the Intersect MBO highlighting that there's been great progress for SPOs and that we now have over 67% of the stake associated with all the biggest stake pools in the ecosystem having upgraded to version 9.1.0. Now, I brought this up in a prior post before. There just wasn't a lot of clarity surrounding what the 70% actually meant when it came to that threshold. Did that mean 70% of the total number of nodes? Did that mean 70% of the total stake associated with those nodes? Or did it mean 70% of the blocks being minted in a particular epoch coming from a certain node version? So there were 3 separate sort of potential outcomes there. I did get some clarity. We've got Michael Ada, who I believe actually works as a core developer for the Cardano Foundation, clarifying right after I asked a question that this is dealing with the stake associated with those pools. So what this basically means is that we don't have to have the majority of stake pools upgrading. It's just the majority of the biggest stake holding stake pools to upgrade. So as it stands, I believe we've already met this threshold here. We've got some additional confirmation here coming in from Nicholas Cerny, where he does mention the blocks within a particular epoch having to be coming from the hard fork candidate, which of course in this case is 9.1.0. And regardless of whether you look at it from the blocks being minted or from the stake, we have officially met both of those thresholds. So looking here on the left-hand side, when we take a look at blocks being minted in this particular epoch, 503, we can see that 71%, which is over that threshold, have now been minted using Cardano node version 9.1.0. When it comes to the total amount of stake associated with stake pools, which are upgraded, we can see that that has now also hit 70%. If we take a look at the total number of pools, that is the one metric that has yet to hit 50%. We still have 41% of all of the active stake pools currently running on Cardano node 9.1. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of clarity. That definitely gave me some clarity here. Looking here just to confirm on Cardano scan, we can see 6 exchanges are now officially ready, totaling 20% of the amount of liquidity that we need. We actually need to hit 80% in order for us to be good there from the exchange viewpoint. We've got 16 that are currently in progress and then 34 that have yet to start. Looking at stake pools here, we got 3,100 stake pools, 800 have upgraded. And then we can see that with the 800 that have upgraded, that equals to 70% of the total stake of all of the ADA staked on the network, which again gives us the green light from the SPOs, but we're still waiting on the green light from the exchanges. Now confirming which exchanges have already upgraded, we can see that Whitebit has now completed the upgrade, FMFW, Bitfinex, Bitmart, HitBTC, Blockchain.com, those guys are all ready. In terms of who's still in progress, let's see here. We've got BitGet, Binance, Upbit, Coinbase, OKX, Gate.io, Kraken, KuCoin, etc. And we really need at this point, I would say it's Binance, BitGet, Coinbase. Like those would be the ones that really give us a lot of leg room here for the upcoming Chang Hardfork. Okay, next we've got updates surrounding Hydra. So I teased this out earlier. This is crazy. We've got Quantumplation, Pi from SundaySwap stating, we've been doing some internal testing of the Hydra Doom game. If you're not familiar, I had Trim Brusette here. He's the product manager for Hydra to highlight the fact that they'll be releasing a demo coming up here at Rare Evo. And so that's basically just a demonstration to show us how quick Hydra makes Cardano. So as a part of this, Pi got an early taste of the game where he's now mentioned that they've crossed over 3 million transactions submitted in the last 24 hours. Keep in mind, this uses state channels, so a lot of the transactions are settled within the Hydra head. And then once everything is wrapped up in the Hydra head is closed, there's one final transaction that's actually written to the Cardano blockchain to basically settle everything else that's actually happened within the Hydra head itself. So let me know what you guys think about this, sort of number here, 3 million. Again, Charles has mentioned millions before. People have sort of fudded him because we haven't actually seen that come to fruition. But it looks like this particular weekend at Rare Evo, we may actually see that coming to life. Now, there's going to be a full breakdown of the game, but then we've also got a 30-minute chat happening on the main stage at Rare Evo, done by Trim Brusette, again, the project manager for Hydra, where he'll be talking about the tech, how this all works, and how the community can contribute to all this as well. I believe there's going to be a demo taking place live at the actual event, but there's also going to be a way for anybody who's not attending live to also begin to play or contribute to the test of scalability or Hydra specifically on Cardano. That said, if you guys are enjoying updates like these, as you guys can see, I'm extremely fired up here ahead of Rare Evo. Please make sure to smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those down below. Again, if you want to take your step or your support a step further, consider delegating with the official Dapp Central Stake Pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. Moving right on over, as we were just discussing the Chang Hardfork, we've got the Eternal team releasing a version which is now ready for the Conway era or the Chang Hardfork. And so we can see here that we have the ability to go ahead and basically register on X, sign data, take advantage of the Chang Hardfork, as well as integrate your ledger seed phrases all directly within the Eternal wallet. In addition, we've got the Lace wallet released or developed by IOG, which is now also ready for Chang on the preview network. So as you guys can see here, it's not just a matter of the SPOs upgrading. Obviously, they're now across the finish line. We're waiting on exchange, but we also have to get all of these different protocols, wallets, oracles, DeFi protocols. They all have to upgrade. Even DEXs have to upgrade and make sure that things are compatible, especially when it comes to the smart contracts. Because again, a lot of the features in Plutus V3 may not necessarily have been available in V2. And some things that were available in V2 may not necessarily be available or might have been deprecated in V3. Next, we've got a brief update surrounding Finest Tokenize. So this is a project run by Patrick Tobler, founder of NMaker, one of the largest minting platforms here on Cardano, in collaboration with Tim from the IMX project, a SSI or a self-sovereign identity project building here in Cardano, in addition to Matteo, who's the founder of the Fluid Tokens project. Now, what they're doing is building a platform which allows for RWAs to basically flow freely in and out of the Cardano ecosystem. If I'm not mistaken, there's been a tease that they'll be releasing the first ever product that will be available to be used as an RWA, and the revenue that it'll generate will actually be paid out, I believe, in fiat. So I'm going to be looking to see exactly what this first ever RWA will be. But keep in mind that what this team has also done is they've received Catalyst funding in order to provide a BaFin compliant smart contract for RWAs to be launched in Cardano. So for those of you who are not familiar with BaFin, for example, think of the SEC within the United States. They're basically a regulatory entity within the European region, and it's their job to make sure that everybody abides to the proper crypto regulations. So the fact that they'll be getting a BaFin compliant smart contract that will be open sourced means that anybody else who wants to leverage that smart contract knows that they're adhering to the proper regulatory laws or guidance within the European region. So big news here. I'm excited to hopefully get a little bit of Patrick's time and break some of the news when it comes to the first ever announcement of their RWAs. Of course, they've saved the announcement for Rare Evo, which of course is taking place in the next 48 hours. Next, we've got updates from World Mobile. So this is coming in here from EarthPath. Thank you for always showing up and supporting the channel here. I definitely do appreciate you, fellow Earth node operator. Stating, sold out. All Airnodes have now found their new owners or a new home. Congratulations to everybody who was able to participate in this particular batch. Now, there is a little bit of clarification down here by the World Mobile Unity account here, basically saying that 35 were remaining. Keep in mind, this was 4 hours ago. Those have actually now all sold. So as of right now, this is currently valid. All Airnodes for batch number 2, drop number 1 are gone. I believe they had almost 700. So as you guys can see here, batch number 1 sold out in a matter of hours. That was only 20 Airnodes. This second batch was over 600 plus Airnodes, all completely gone. Now, the price points were different, but this goes to show how bullish so many more people are about the World Mobile ecosystem. Now, we had projects actually stepping in this time and buying assets as well. We have Nuvola, which is now partnered up with World Mobile, and we have Node Locker, which is also partnered up with World Mobile to purchase some of these NFTs, or excuse me, some of these nodes. So crazy to think how quickly this has gone out. I literally received an email earlier this morning letting me know that the second batch drop one was officially open, and just a couple of hours later, they are all gone. Now, I'm going to be keeping an eye out to see exactly how quickly the second batch of Airnodes go up and how quickly they're integrated into the rewards dashboard, where any of the operators or hosts can confirm how they're operating, and they can also claim and review or manage their revenue. Next, we've got an update surrounding the Tokeo Pay platform. I've had Guido and Magic Flow, who've built the DropSpot NFT marketplace, here on the channel to talk about the wallet. And it's now officially out. And what they've now released is a way to gamify using the actual wallet. So you can now earn in-app points, also known as TXP. And you earn that by completing different tasks, doing different things within the actual wallet, making it a little bit more fun to interact with the wallet. And this allows for you to unlock custom themes for your favorite projects, different skins. It'll allow for you to mint NFTs directly from within your wallet. It also allow for you to unlock additional token analytics, as well as get you to the top of the leaderboards, right, for potential Tokyo token earnings. So I would assume that they'll probably have, bonuses, additional missions or quests that come out. But really good to see how quickly this team has come on the scene and how quickly they've provided a solid product and really aim to sort of add new features to gamify the thing or the process all along the way. I'm not familiar, or I don't know any other wallet that has done something to this extent, but I'm sure that after seeing this, that a lot of other wallets will begin to think about how can we increase engagement? How can we increase or add more value to our users while being able to reward them with our native token? But that will do it there for that particular update. Next, we have a brief one here surrounding the cult, which is Cardano showing everybody their nice poll. So if you missed this, BitPanda has been doing since early July a head-to-head competition on Twitter for which blockchains basically have the most engagement or the best communities. And you'll notice here on the left-hand side, we've got Cardano And this was, again, about 2 or a month and a half ago. Now, scrolling over here to the right here, we can see that Cardano basically won round after round, even beating Bitcoin and Ethereum in the finale. So again, you guys do with that what you will, but this just goes to show how bullish the Cardano community is, how strong it is. Even though some people want to call us a cult, we just saw one of the directors of blockchain from Forbes basically calling out Cardano, stating that Charles Hoskinson is a cult leader and that Cardano is basically an Ethereum clone, which we all know is anything but fact. I mean, it's the furthest thing from fact, right? Like Cardano started off as proof of stake. Ethereum, after, how many different attempts, was finally able to do that. And like, that's just one thing that I'm pointing at. I mean, I don't want to rant, but we all know that Cardano is definitely not an ETH clone. It's doing its own thing, and it's doing it very well. And as we can see that here, we've got Cardano topping the polls. Now, I've saved the best here for last. A little bit of speculation here, but is Elon Musk an official Cardano holder? And is he secretly meeting with Charles Hoskinson? So there are some really, really big internet sleuths out here. I want to give them all a huge, huge, huge shout out here for doing a lot of this legwork here. I'm just spreading the good news. But we have Elon Musk, who just hosted Donald Trump in the biggest ever Twitter space, if you missed it, taking place yesterday for his presidential campaign. Now, Elon Musk is open to also hosting Kamala Harris as well as RFK. If you've missed it, RFK will be at Rare Evo speaking with Charles Hoskinson. So that's already sort of laying down the foundation here, right? Charles being a little bit more involved in politics, Elon also being a little bit more involved in politics. But before the space kicked off yesterday, Elon Musk stated the following: doing the real Donald Trump space at my friend's ranch in Wyoming. So he's obviously got a very good friend who's nice enough to let him use his ranch or borrow his ranch in order to host this space. And I'm going to highlight a couple of different things here within this particular picture. Just like we've got this item here within the kitchen, we've also got sort of like this speaker here at the top right-hand corner, and then some flowers, and then some different items here across this countertop. So keep that in mind. Now we have Charles Hoskinson adding nice ranch, like the woodwork. This person, or whoever presumably owns the ranch, has good taste. If you guys know anything about Charles, he's very, very sarcastic. He's got a unique sense of humor. But it didn't take long for the crypto community to take a closer look to figure out what this property or where this property is, given the fact that Charles owns multiple properties within Wyoming, one of the most notable ones being his bison ranch. So somebody stated here, found it, same range hood, same ceiling, and everything else. This is from ChatGPT. The ranch in Wyoming is owned by Live Water Property LLC, which is associated with Charles Hoskinson through, right, some sort of entity that he actually owns, known as Holy Cow Ranch. So there is an official connection between where Elon was and the actual property that Charles owns. I mean, it's pretty clear that this is definitely the same exact ranch. You've got that range hood here, and you've got whatever that speaker is right sort of in the middle of the picture. And if I jump back here, you've got that same range, and then you've got that speaker right there in the corner. So this opens up a huge door here. Historically, Elon Musk has backed Doge, right? He's never come out and said, hey, I love ADA or anything about ADA. But if he's hanging out at Charles's property, you can definitely bet that somehow Charles was probably involved in making that happen. Again, I mean, these guys that are sort of on the same level obviously keep a very tight circle. And Charles's very sneaky comment there, I think, sort of gave it away. But if we were to have somebody like Elon attending Rare Evo, just showing up to any sort of Cardano-based event, that would be huge for the community. Of course, I think that would be huge for price as well, but that's besides the picture here. But I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Of course, there's been no official confirmation that he's any way involved with Cardano, but it is extremely bullish, as we're also starting to see what could be the pivot within the Bitcoin price range right now, where it's currently trading at about $61,000, following a massive, massive upswing from the dip down to about $48,000 to $49,000. So we could be in a nice range here to see another attempt at new all-time highs. If so, and we're also able to get Elon Musk here on board the ADA train, that could definitely set us up here for a massive altcoin season within the Cardano ecosystem. That will do it here for today's video. I hope you guys found it to be helpful. I do appreciate you guys sticking with me all the way through. If you found any portion of this to be helpful, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me as it pertains to any of the topics that we've discussed today, then leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.